Not content to juggle just one, Lanky juggles 5 grenades. Well, hey everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays Donkey Kong 64. In the last episode, we tackled a whole bunch of tasks for Lanky Kong, particularly in the Llama Temple. Now, in this episode, we are here to do Lanky's Temple Run in Croc's Temple. But first, you may remember, there are some blue coins around the back, and we want to get those. Let's see, which one is Lanky's door? It is this one, the near side on the upper level. It's hard to get a good angle on it, honestly. Okay. Well, Lanky's, well, it doesn't really have much in the way of blue lighting, so it kind of breaks the pattern, but it does have a blue balloon. I'm running out of ammo here. Oh, there are some crates. Good. And I do hope there's one more blue balloon somewhere, because otherwise I have no idea where the last few blue bananas are. Probably still up a tree somewhere, if I had to guess. You can actually throw orange grenades while aiming your shooter, as I just demonstrated. Come on, this balloon is really annoying. Come on! Wait for it. There we go. More ammo crates there? Yes, good. I guess there is kind of a bluish tint to the darker areas, but not much. Maybe I was just imagining this whole time. You'll notice Lanky Kong still cannot collect crystal coconuts because he doesn't have any moves that use them. But we get to the back of Lanky's little temple maze, and instead of just a golden banana, there's a bonus barrel here.
Welcome to bonus stage.
And it is our first instance of Big Bug Bash. Swat the flies. A to use the swatter. That's simple. You have to hit the number of flies that are on the counter on the upper left in the time given to you in the upper right. And honestly, this is a lot... Well, I was going to say it's a lot harder than it looks, but that was actually fairly easy. You will have to play this game a few more times, and it definitely gets harder. Their movements get even harder to predict. So, that gets us a banana.
Get out.
And we are, similarly, ever so politely invited to leave the premises. Gotta wonder why he waits until after we have the bananas to fire at us, but... Anyway, we just have to turn in Lanky's blueprint to Snide, and hopefully find those last few blue bananas on the way. And Lanky will be all set, which means it will be time for the boss fight of Angry Aztec. Snide's over here. Are there blue bananas here? Please, 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 please. Yes! Okay, there's 5. Are they over here? Yes, they are. Okay. And I can't jump across this, but I'm gonna just charge over no matter. Yeah, okay, so things went a little awry here. Let me explain. So here's what happened. While I was recording this video, unbeknownst to me, Audacity, which is what I use to record my commentary, crashed. It managed to save everything that I had recorded up to this point in the video, but everything after it for the remaining, 15 minutes or so, was lost. When I discovered this, I figured, okay, well, this is annoying, but I'll just have to go back and play through and record that segment again. Unfortunately, by the time I had noticed it, I had already beaten the boss of the Angry Aztec world, and apparently this game autosaves after you beat a boss. I did not know this. Unfortunately, that meant that everything that had been done, and I couldn't go back and do it again. Fortunately, I still had the video that I recorded, so my only real option is to go back and record post-commentary explaining what's going on as it happened at the time. So this might not be as in sync and as neatly polished as usual. Not that it is usually that polished. But it's the best we're going to get. So the commentary you're going to hear for the rest of this video was recorded a few weeks afterwards, once I got to this point in the editing process. Hope it all makes sense. Sorry for the confusion. And with that, we have all 100 of Lanky's blue bananas, so we are just about all set. The one thing we still have to do with Lanky is give Snide Lanky's blueprint, which is the first blueprint in this game that is actually blue. Snide seems to be sneezing or something. If you look at the blueprints, we now have one in Lanky's row. I'm telling you, this music still reminds me of something. But with that, we have gotten all of the golden bananas that we are able to get. So that can only mean that it's time for the boss fight. And in order to fight the boss, we need to go through a Choff and Scoff portal. And fortunately, there is one right here. You can see the stakes are a little bit higher in Angry Aztec. We need 120 bananas, which means that you cannot get to this boss with one Kong's banana stash alone. You will need at least 2. Fortunately, since we have 4 Kongs, it's pretty easy to get enough bananas. I don't think you'll be having any trouble in that regard. So, with Lanky's banana supply depleted, let's just go with Diddy Kong, for no particular reason. And with that, the door is ready to open, and wouldn't you know it, Diddy Kong is the Kong we need. It's almost like I knew that already. This scene scarred me for life as a kid. This is Dogadon. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've never heard it said aloud. Giant dragonfly, and he's mad because Diddy killed his offspring or something. It's a pretty simple boss fight. Much like Armadillo, you have to dodge the incoming fireballs, and when he stops moving to taunt you, that's your chance to throw a TNT barrel at him. You'll see I'm doing really terribly in this playthrough, and I really honestly don't know why I did this badly, but it's simple. Once he stops, then you want to pick up the barrel, which I was too slow, and throw it at him. If you just keep moving, you'll stay ahead of the fireballs. You're faster than he is. It just took me a while to remember that, I guess. Now, onto why that scene scarred me for life. It's not that it in itself looks particularly creepy, but I don't like bugs. I never have. Bugs and spiders really just give me the heebie-jeebies and always have, especially as a kid. Now, I don't like to kill bugs because I figure it's not their fault I'm so creeped out and I need to learn to live with it. But the other reason I don't like to kill bugs is that scene, because as a kid I saw this, okay, you kill a small bug and suddenly a giant, angry version of that bug appears and wants revenge. I was an impressionable little kid. That gave me nightmares of all kinds, and I was afraid that any time I squashed a mosquito or a spider or anything, a giant one would show up and try to kill me. So, that's a glimpse into my childhood trauma. But as you can see, if you keep a wide path, it's different from Armadillo because you kind of circle Armadillo, whereas Dogadon kind of circles you. But if you keep a wide path and sort of a wide arc, you can stay ahead of his fireballs. Generally no problem. It just took me a while to remember that. And again, in standard boss fight form, you hit him 3 times, and there you go. You can still throw the TNT barrels around if you want to. Not that it serves any purpose, but we have our second key. And that means we need to go see Kay Lumsey. Now, I actually forgot about this when leaving Jungle Japes, but when you pause the game in a world, you can just go to exit level instead of quit game. And it will take you back to the lobby of the world that you were just in. It's a handy little shortcut. Now, we still don't know what's behind that little stone wall, I guess, but now that we have Tiny and Lanky, their hint doors should be available to us. Small is best for Tiny when she plays her tune near the 4 gongs. Match the sounds with Lanky in the back of the Llama's temple. Well, we did both of those things. Now, you may remember the gongs in the lobby and the barrel that they made appear, but we cannot do anything with that just yet. So now, off to Kay Lumsey. This is what having these banana ports all taken care of is good for, because it will make your trip much shorter. So yes, this key actually opens up the next 2 worlds. Exactly why, I really don't know. I've been thinking about this for years. The only thing I can think of is that the game developers were worried that there might be too much of a difficulty spike and that it would be hard to get enough bananas in World 3 to get into World 4 and then get into World 5, so they gave you 2 worlds to have more chances. I don't know. Anyway, you'll see there's a grape switch here with a banana behind a gate, and it's totally obvious what to do with that, but I'm saving that for a little later when we can do a whole bunch of bananas in the greater DK Isles area at once. So now, this is our first time venturing onto Crocodile Isle itself. I mean, come on, you had to know that was going to happen at some point in this game. I know for a fact that this is where I did that in the original recording, so, you know, just had to get it in. Now, there's a way further up, and that's the way we want to go in a moment, but first I do want to show off this little side path here. You swing over to this platform, go into this little cave. There's a pad with Diddy's face on it here that we can't do anything with, and a boulder covering that battle arena pad, but of biggest note is Snide's HQ. So there is a Snide office here in Crocodile Isle, and when you think about it, remember, Snide said that K. Rool kicked him out of the Kremlings because he couldn't trust him. So Snide, I aspire to this level of pettiness. He set up shop after being fired by K. Rool on K. Rool's ship. That takes guts and just a fanatical amount of pettiness, and I admire that immensely. But anyway, now that we're up here near the top of Crocodile Isle and we activate Banana Port 4 so we can very easily get back here, we are just about ready to enter the next level. But we're going to do that in the next episode. So I'll see you then.